I gotta find. I can't find the Bible.
Oh, yeah. And happy Sabbath, everyone. Welcome to Word Review number 134. Howdy, Landon.
What up?
Howdy, Kelly.
Hi.
No rush. That. Anyways, today we are starting 2 Samuel, which in reality is actually just Samuel continued with chapters 1 and chapter 2. And that, don't forget, if you want to come out of the system, go to c2kreport.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that thing. If you don't have a Bible, go to BibleStudyTools.com, audio Bible, if you want to listen while you're doing housework. At BibleHub.com, eSword.net, BlueLetterBible.org, and that you also got KingJamesBibleOnline.org. All of those got other references, other reference material there. And that, thank you, Len, for posting that. All right, c2kreport.com, which is awesome. All right, how'd your guys' week go?
Mine was sick.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Too busy, but not getting anything done really. So that's fun.
Yes, it is. Normal week of welding and machining. It was fun stuff for me.
Now I can't find the your guys' image or the camera. God.
That's okay. You don't need to look at us. We're ugly anyways.
You'll sell.
All right. Well, let's oh no. GR's sick too, man. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pray in, and then we'll get rolling.
All right.
Excuse me. Heavenly Father, thank you very much for giving us this time where we can come together and just fellowship and study. We're very grateful for that. We ask your blessing on everybody that's here now and in the future, and would ask that you open our eyes to the message that you want us all to get and receive, and just let us glory in being your children through your Son, Jesus Christ. We thank you for that. In Yeshua's name, amen. All righty. What was it? Somebody said they were going first. Was it you?
That's me.
That was you? All right. Let me get that, and then I got to go through this strange adding thing. There, and then that, and there, and then click that, and then come back here, and then click that. All right. So there you go.
All right. 2 Samuel chapter 1. After the death of Saul, when David had returned from striking down the Amalekites, David remained 2 days in Ziklag. And on the third day, behold, a man came to Saul's camp with his clothes torn and dirt on his head. And when he came to David, he fell to the ground and paid homage. David said to him, "Where?" And he said to him, "I have escaped from the camp of Israel." And David said to him, "How did it go? Tell me." And he answered, "The people fled from the battle, and also many of the people have fallen and are dead. And Saul and his son Jonathan are also dead." Then David said to the young man who told him, "How do you know that Saul and his son Jonathan are dead?" And the young man told him, and the young man who told him said, "By chance I happened to Gilboa, and there was Saul leaning on a spear, and behold, the chariots and the horsemen were close upon him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me and called to me. And I answered, 'Here I am.' And he said to me, 'Who are you?' And I answered him, 'I am an Amalekite.' And he said to me, 'Stand beside me and kill me, for anguish has seized me, and yet my life still lingers.' So I stood beside him and killed him, because I was sure that he could not live after he had fallen. And I took the crown that was on his head and the armlet that was on his arm, and I have brought them here to my lord. Then David took hold of his clothes and tore them, and so did all the men who were with him. And they mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and for Jonathan, his son, and for the people of the Lord and for the house of Israel, because they had fallen by the sword. And David said to the young man who told him, "Where do you come from?" And he answered, "I am the son of a sojourner, an Amalekite." And David said to him, "How is it you were not afraid to put out your hand to destroy the Lord's anointed?" Then David called one of the young men and said, "Go execute him." And he struck him down so that he died. And David said to him, "Your blood be on your head, for your own mouth has testified against you, saying, I have killed the Lord's anointed." And David lamented with his lamentation over Saul and Jonathan his son. And he said it should be taught to the people of Judah. "Behold, it is written in the book of Joshua," he said, "Your glory, O Israel, is slain on your high place. How the mighty have fallen. Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Ashkelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised exult."
Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offerings. For there the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan turned not back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet, with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? 2 Samuel chapter 2. And it came to pass after this, that David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah? And the Lord said unto him, Go up. And David said, Whither shall I go up? And he said, Unto Hebron. So David went up thither, and his two wives also, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, the Baal's wife, the Carmelite. And his men that were with him did David bring up, every man with his household, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying, that the men of Jabesh Gilead were they that buried Saul. And David sent messengers unto the men of Jabesh Gilead, and said unto them, Blessed be ye of the Lord, that ye have shown this kindness unto your Lord, even unto Saul, and have buried him. And now the Lord show kindness and truth unto you, and I also will requite you this kindness, because ye have done this thing. Therefore now, let your hands be strengthened, and be ye valiant. For your master Saul is dead, and also the house of Judah have anointed me king over them. But Abner, the son of Ner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and over all Israel. And Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And Abner, the son of Ner, and the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim to Gibeon. And Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and the servants of David went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon. And they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool, and the other on the other side of the pool.
My turn, huh?
Right.
And Abner said to Joab, "Let the young men now arise and play before us." And Joab said, "Let them arise." Then there arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, the twelfth of the servant of David. And I caught every one of his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side, so they fell down together. Wherefore that place was called Hekaththesorum, which is in Gideon. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel before the servants of David. And there were the three sons of Zeruiah there, Joab and Abishai and Ashel. And Ashel was as light of foot as a wild roe. And Ashel pursued after Abner, and in going he turned not to the right hand nor to the left from following Abner. And Abner looked behind him and said, "Art thou Ashel?" And he answered, "I am." And Abner said to him, "Turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lie thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor." But Ashel would not turn aside from following him. And Abner said again, "Ashel, turn thee aside from following me. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground? How then should I hold up my face to Joab thy brother?" Howbeit he refused to turn aside. Wherefore Abner with the hinder under of the spear smote him under the fifth rib, that the spear came out behind him, and he fell down there and died in the same place. And it came to pass that as many as come to the place where Ashel fell down and died stood still. Joab also Abishai pursued after Abner, and the sun went down when they were come to the hill Amiah, that lieth before Gaia, by the way of the wilderness of Gibeon. And the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together after Abner, and became one troop, and stood on the top of the hill. Then Abner called to Joab and said, "Shall the sword devour forever? Knowest thou not that it will be bitterness in the later end? How long shall it be then ere thou bid the people return from following their brethren?" And Joab said, "As God liveth, unless thou hadst spoken, surely then in the morning the people had gone up, every one from following his brother." So Joab blew a trumpet, and all the people stood still, and pursued after Israel no more. Neither fought they any more. And Abner and his men walked all that night through the plain, and passed over Jordan, and went through all Bethron, and they came to Mahanaim. And Joab returned from the following Abner. And when he had gathered all the people together, there lacked of David's servants 19 men and Ashel. But the servant of David had smitten of Benjamin, and of Abner's men, so the 360 men died. And they took up Ashel, and buried him in the sepulchre of his father, which was in Bethlehem. And Joab and his men went all night, and they came to Hebron at break of day.
All right. Awesomeness. Let's go back to 2 Samuel chapter 1. That's Capitulo 1 for those of you that speak Spanglish. The other Spanglish. All right. So David is hearing about Saul dying. And then you remember when we were talking about that, reading about that before, Saul told his armor bearer to kill him. He's like, dude, kill me. And the armor bearer is like, I cannot do it. So Saul fell on his own sword, remember? And then the armor bearer, right? So Saul falls on his sword and he's all, huh! Like that. And then the armor bearer says, oh, I can't bear this. And so he falls on Saul's sword also as it's all poking up through Saul. So here, who's this kid, right? He says, I killed Saul. I'm an Amalekite. I'm a stranger. Who's echoing? That. Anyways, that. He's like, I killed him. Right? David's like, you did, huh? Okay, who's starting a lawnmower? Anyways. What do you guys think about that? Did this kid have it coming? He's lying about killing King Saul?
It's probably got a lot of weight to bear. I mean, to see somebody do that to themselves as well, you know.
Right?
And kill themselves.
Yeah, it probably is. Why do you think Saul killed him? Or, I mean, why do you think David had him killed? Are you muted?
I'm not muted. I was just reading.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, he says, so you think you can kill the anointed of God? You think you can kill the Lord's anointed? Guess what? You just signed your own death certificate. What's he going to do at that point? Okay, I'm lying. I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything jump out at you out of that? I wonder what happened to Landon, man. Where'd you go, bro? All right. So this. Oh, his internet crashed. Okay. I've definitely had that happen. And that, so who are the Amalekites? I'm going to look that up. Let's switch over to this. Right, from Amalek, descendant of Esau. Esau rears its head again. And the thing is, that kid, the Amalekite dude, lied about it. So he's basically, I don't know. Did he think he was going to get a reward or something?
Mm. Did you say Amalekites?
Yeah.
Were nomadic tribe in the Bible known for their persistent hostility towards the Israelites. They were the first nation to attack the Jewish people after the exodus from Egypt, making them archetypical enemies of the Jews. Their enmity, whatever that means, with Israel began during the Battle of Rephidim, where the Amalekites targeted and killed weak Israelites, leading to God's decree that they would be obliterated from the earth. And the Amalekites are significant in biblical history, representing both historical and symbolic elements in the texts.
Awesome sauce. That and being descended from Esau, who was Jacob's twin brother. Jacob became Israel. Esau became Edomites, and the Amalekites are part of them. So that, in my opinion, that enmity is still going on today with them trying to claim the birthright of Esau back from Jacob. But they're not repaying the lentil steals. Okay, so then the end of the chapter here, we got David busts out this song for Saul and Jonathan.
On chapter 2?
No, in chapter 1, the end of chapter 1. He does that lamentation starting in 17 and verse 18. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher, which we're reading Jasher also right now. Although we haven't gotten to the part that talks about Saul and Jonathan getting whacked. Getting wiped out. Getting excluded from earth. All right, so.
Rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph.
Yep. Amazingness. Okay, let's go to chapter 2. Here. So here we got some war starting, civil war between the different tribes of the kingdom of Israel. And we see the first hinting at the different houses, pertaining specifically to house of Judah versus house of Israel, or house of Ephraim. Interchangeable, Israel with Ephraim for this conversation. Interesting. He takes his wives along. His wives are tagging along with him. Then they go and get David anointed as king, which he was already anointed in secret. He was already anointed by Samuel in secret. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like it's like the people that go and get the elope, the couple that goes and elopes, and then like a year later they have a wedding ceremony for everybody to witness. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. So this, now Ishbosheth, that dude, one of Saul's sons. I just want to see what his name means. Very interesting. It's a conjunction or a contraction of two different words. Ishbosheth, it means man of shame. Yeah. What? Someone practicing their casino card dealing? What's that noise, man?
My dog was scratching his collar.
Hey, we love dogs here, man.
Yep.
Can you give him food out of your mouth?
No.
I mean, like hold a piece of steak between your teeth.
I haven't done that. No,
No.
I've never thought about doing something like that.
If you don't start them as a puppy, it
They'll bite your lips off.
can it can end not well.
Back. So Zoe's got a cat, and there's a little kitten running around, and this dog's being weird. Driving me crazy.
Kitten.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that his name means son of shame at Ishbosheth. It's well, interesting. And then it doesn't say they anointed him. It says they made him king over Gilead and over the Asherites and over Jezreel and over Ephraim and over Benjamin and over all Israel except Judah. The house of Judah followed David. So David is king in Hebron over the house of Judah 7.5 years, 7 years and 6 months. And then they got to fight. Abner, the son of Ner, go out and meet. What's this dude? What? That looked scary. Dude, there's a triangle on your shirt.
Well, some of us are plants. I got the triangle. He said he was drinking 33 gallons of water a day, and had so many notes, but my internet decided to crash. No, so I was thinking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you want to?
No, go ahead.
One, I couldn't get that boys a minute so hard to say goodbye to yesterday out of my head when you were talking about David lamenting. Not that I'm making fun of it. It's just, but no, one of the things that really stood out to me in chapter 1, all right, like the concept, and I know in certain countries people still throw dirt over their head and everything, but again, I just don't think that they were just dirty little sheep herders. Like it, I don't know. It's like a symbol. I think that people were a lot cleaner. It just stood out to me. I don't.
Nope, I get it. That there was something I was just watching like a week ago. They've discovered a city. The naysayers always say, "Oh, well, if that place really existed, why haven't we found it?" So they found this city that's mentioned in Scripture, and then of course now they say that doesn't count. That doesn't prove anything. So, whatever. Naysayers gonna nay. Nay. Okay. So, what do you got for 2 there, Landon? Since you disappeared?
I don't know. That was.
So that down a little lower, starting in 12. We got them sitting on either side of this pond, this pool, and we got servants of Ishbosheth and under Abner, and then you got the servants of David, and servants of David basically wipe out the other ones except for Abner, right? And he takes off. He takes off with Asahel chasing after him. And the way it sounds kind of like Asahel is closing ranks, catching up to Abner. And then Abner, if you look at spears, right, you have the spear blade on one end, and then on the other end of the pole, you got like this sharpened socket that fits over the shaft of the spear. And that's so you can take it and go funk and stick it in the ground, and it'll stand upright. So then it's ready for you to grab as you're ready to do combat with your spear. And so as Asahel is chasing down Abner, he takes the reverse end of his spear and jabs it up into Asahel and kills him. Yes, true story.
Wonder why he used the butt end of it though.
Well, it's going to be sharp. It's just not going to be as sharp as a spear.
Right.
It's like one of them field point arrows. Everyone says that's not sharp until you get hit with it in your foot. Yeah.
Here's a scratch.
It's just a flesh wound.
The night on
Yeah.
What was that movie?
Monty Pythons.
Yeah.
Search for the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
No, it's that here. Where is this? So Joab makes this proclamation in verse 27 as Yah God liveth. Unless you had spoken, surely in the morning the people had gone up, everyone following his brother, and he blows a trumpet and everybody stops. Nobody's chasing anymore. Nobody's fighting anymore. Just let it go. Go ahead. What?
I said like a siren.
Right.
And Abner was Saul's like priest, right?
I don't remember that. Let's take a look here.
I'm pulling that visual aid from the House of David. I don't know if that's correct at all. It's
it's not giving me anything. Let's go over here and look it up. Oops. Abner, not Abnu. Ab, son of Ner. Son of Ner. The brother of Kish. Basically Saul's uncle. Or the son of Saul's brother. So he's Saul's first cousin. Commander-in-chief of Saul's army. So, yeah. And then he's the one that set up Ishbosheth. Yep. And he's going to be reappearing some more. Abner is. And then we get to basically it runs out. Abner's men, they wipe out 303 score. So 360 of Abner's men die, which means we come full circle.
It's almost the whole tribe. I'm kidding. I know that they're a smaller tribe. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah. Well, 3. Okay. I better not do dad jokes with the Bible study. Anyways. Yeah.
His name means father of light.
I'm sorry?
His name means father of light.
Who? Asahel?
Abner.
Oh, Abner?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Conflicts that arose during Saul's reign and the rise of David. His name means father of light, and he is depicted as a strong military leader during the tumultuous period of Israel's history.
Okay. What are you using for that reference?
It was just a Google or it's Copilot search. So I put it. I put who is Abner. It was the same search that I used for the other one, but it's got like a cartoon drawing of the guy.
All right, so basically we're left with another cliffhanger, man. Right? They bury Asahel in the sepulcher of his father, which is in Bethlehem. And then Joab and his men went all night, and they came to Hebron at the break of day. Hebron. Who was at Hebron? Somebody was just at Hebron. Was that where David went with his wives? Yes. Okay. So that's where David is with his wives. His plural wives. Oh, Kelly disappeared. All right. You got anything else for chapter 1 or 2?
No, sir.
All right, Landon Pets. Si, senor. Yeah. What about other observations? You got anything there? Wait, now you're here and Landon's gone. What happened, man?
I'm still here.
I don't see you. Oh, that's because I went over to YouTube. Okay. YouTube's about 5 minutes behind. Imagine that. There.
Internet's having trouble today.
Huh. YouTube must operate on EBT. Yeah. All right. You got anything else to point out, Kelly? Observations?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for reading, Landon. Thank you for reading, Kelly. Much appreciated. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. And you know what? Actually get some rest today. Seriously. It's an important thing. Sure. I got nothing else.
Actually, while resting though, but get the opportunity to go to something called the Museum of Illusions. Apparently they're all over the U.S. I don't know if they're your city. I got to go to New Orleans to go to it, but it looks pretty neat.
They're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Museum of what?
Illusions, like
illusions.
Like they'll have the New Orleans style balconies and stuff, but it's set on the floor, so you can act like you're hanging off the balcony while somebody takes a picture from you from the second floor. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. But it's just a bunch of optical illusions, but rooms you walk through, and I don't know.
Visual tricks.
I went to one in Chicago. It was pretty amazing. There's a lot of cool displays and just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Then when you're leaving, you're like, "Where's my wallet?" And they're all, "You didn't come in with a wallet." So very interesting. Anyways, all right, everybody. Muchas gracias. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye. Bye.